Tristana, Renekton, like the Zac follow-up actually kind of works out here as Endel thinking about heading towards the Braum. They will lock that one away. And adding a defensive flavor to this this composition.
And get themselves a much-needed 2-0 to keep their hopes of making playoffs alive.
I love that they're just relying on Flubber to get it done. That's their plan. Sub onto the Rift for game number 1. This works really, really well if they can try and catch their opponents off guard.
Yeah, I want to highlight a few things. Rune choices here. Youngjae, that is Futures Market, and it is also a Red Trinket and First Strike. So I am worried.
God.
You have Bulldog. You know, it will make me very happy. I think you can even go for somewhat of an off-tank setup here because, again, I think Kwang don't have that much damage as they are going to get on top of Dudu here.
Slingshot going to come forward as there's the flash from Rascal. Dudu's going to flash out of the way, but he gets the stretch Armstrong and the stun comes down. Dudu is in a whole host of trouble here. The flash forward, in comes Youngjae, but he's pushed towards his top laner. No, Youngjae, why? Oh, that's a tragedy. That is an absolute tragedy, and that is first blood going over to Croco on the blob.
You don't have TP either, so that's going to be a
All
lot.
right, Olsen towards the bottom side of the map. Beryl trying to get that stun off, does manage to make his way out. Blade Caller is decent, and they weather the storm. No ultimate kills for Taeun there towards that bottom side, but a decent attempt.
Oh, Rascal.
He is playing real aggressive. And look at Croco, just doing blobby things.
He doesn't have ult or flash. He's so silly.
He is.
It's just a there is no smiter for Youngjae, and Croco is able to just pick it up. Doesn't have a top laner though.
Let's see what's going to happen here as Nature's Grasp does come down.
Should die here.
He's going to bounce and is going to be taken down to his passive. And I don't think that they're going to be able to keep him alive. No teleport on top of that one because there's no teleport available. So he does collect the eye, but he's then dead. Fate is also going to find Arndil. Nice little dodge there.
Because he has been ganking a lot, so you know, he's actually completely fine.
Beryl is just walking
Cleanse
at
used.
Taeun, and yeah, the cleanse is down, flash is down, ult is now used. Taeun just trying to take matters into his own hands. There is a tree moving towards this bottom side as Beryl trying to get himself out, and in comes Croco! Stretch Armstrong will be able to grab the kill onto the Zeri, and now Youngjae trying to get himself out of there. They have already managed to get the kill onto Beryl, but Croco is just waiting for his cooldowns. And still, Andal being there, that's going to be enough to even this one out.
Sunfire for what a world.
It's a beautiful time to be alive, it really is. You can go Abyssal Mask after that as well. And
Fate?
It's so good as, yeah, Fate is looking to gank Dudu. It's just not a great time. He is looking to clear out the wave. Worldender has come through. There's the flash. Immediately, the answer is there from Fate. Buster Shot comes through. That was beautifully executed by DRX. And they take the turret.
Dudu tries desperately to outplay, but it doesn't end up working out. And the worst part is, Bulldog doesn't have TP.
What they need is a kind of kerfuffle in the mid to late game.
One big one.
Yeah, and Youngjae is actually going to bait out the Magna Storm from Beryl here. Nature's Grasp comes in. Immediate cleanse, but that is a dead Beryl once more. Still, fair bit of damage onto Youngjae. He's burning down. It's Fate.
Dudu doesn't have TP yet.
Yeah, he's going to be very late to this party. Croco's still waiting. Elastic Slingshot at the ready. Rocket Jump will be able to get them in there. As can Croco actually steal this away? He does manage to collect it. And now Fate has dived in. Taeun trying to skate his way over as the flashless bounce from this. Zac gets Taeun over the wall. And Croco, I think, still has his passive. Look at all these bloblets being consumed. So he's A-okay. And Fate's going to destroy Bulldog with a Buster Shot. I don't know how that turn worked, but it worked real well.
Yeah, he's had a few rough weeks, but so has Dudu, right? Which makes sense given...
going to get pulled back here. Doesn't have flash. Is it all a bait? The answer is no. He is just dead. Croco going to find another Let's Bounce as Dudu is dead. So it's a 1-for-1 top laner for AD carry. Still not the worst for Condom Freaks. Even trades when you're behind certainly do feel all right. They do have control of this mid lane. There is a backup AD carry here for DRX.
As you point out, they have an AD carry. 15 seconds before Dudu can TP in.
That is a big flank from Rascal as well as Taeun has got the ult out. Another Emperor's Divide does come through, but look at the Croc! Still, Taeun is just free hitting. I just don't know whether it's going to be enough because Fate is rocket jumping on top of him. The explosive charge is there. Rascal is slicing and dicing, and that is going to be the Drake taken down. DRX, they claim that one. It's going to be an Ocean Soul, but I don't know whether we're even going to be able to get to the first Ocean Drake. Not a whole lot that they can do about it. This guy's pretty good at the Crocodile, and a very happy Rascal face there as well.
This is what we were talking about when this composition gets ahead. They even have Puddock. They need him.
I'm like, okay, well, Nature's Grasp is going to come down. Product is going to immediately cleanse. And the ultimate has to come through. Youngjae has to flash, though, as Rascal once again on the mega flank. Still 1v4. Don't know about that one. We'll see how that is going to work here as he does make his way out. Fate's moving in. And Dudu, I don't know whether he can tank everyone. Glacial Fissure only onto Croco. And he's going to dive in. He does go head first into the Emperor's Divide. And now Taeyoon has ulted. Croco's still wanting more as Mini. Yeah.
And he goes.
Here it is again. The stretching strike going to connect onto the Azir. The crash down is gorgeous from Beryl there as well. And Fate just free hitting alongside Padak. That is going to guarantee the Baron. It's a 9,000 gold lead. And DRX look really good.
For DRX, getting a win here, not enough. They need to win the series, but for Kwangdong, if they lose this,
well, Nature's Grasp going to come through here as Croco trying to find a target. Andal's going to be in trouble as Beryl just magnet storms his way in. 2 very swift kills, and they just have so much damage. Like, look at Fate. He drew some beads, had some beautiful pictures of beads that he's got right there, and he's able to do so much damage. Like, that looked like more Tristana damage than...
Maybe around some turrets, easy. But when this comp gets ahead, you can do things like this. And it's really silly.
And he also, like, broke the Nature's Grasp with Paddock. That's kind of cool, actually, how it works.
Like, oh! Okay.
You know, it depends on what you want.
If you are a big Sunfire damage guy, Rascal might be in trouble. Oh,
yeah, he's going to have to go golden. Let's see whether the stun is going to come through. And it is. And so Rascal is just going to try and gore drink. And in goes Croco. The Crocodile is still alive, guys. Manages to get the stun onto Taeyoon. Croco finishes him off. These wallets are absurdly massive at this point in time. We have to remember. And Fate is just going to live through it all. That is the ace.
Taking up.
Yep.
나 자크야.
Did you say nice Zach?
I mean, it won't be. I love the space. But if we don't get a Sunfire damage nod...
Oh, I mean, is Ox... Yeah, Ox is here today, so of course we're going to get a Sunfire damage nod. That's just how it goes. As Crashdown does come through, we're just looking to clean up the base here is DRX. As Taeyoon trying to do what he can. He's going to flash out of the way of Croco. Does get a... stretching strike, and the stun comes down from Rascal. He finds the slice and dice. That's the double kill, and there is no damage left remaining outside of, I guess, Dudu here, who does, you know, he's at least level 15, but even with World Ender, he's not going to be doing anything here. These Nexus turrets are going to get taken, and DRX plowing themselves towards a potential 6th place with their first victory in this series. This is going to mean Kwangdong Freaks are eliminated from playoffs contention. The DRX, they need to win the second one to keep their chances as high as possible. That is what we want to see. DRX, it has been a rough time this year. And we meme and we say things like, this is exactly the same as last year. And it is. And it was rough last year for this squad. Maybe you don't need Engage if your LeBlanc is going to get ahead and start poking them down. I like Smearl.
Oh,
really
no!
Like Smearl here. The Kog'Maw would be even better.
So this is a really interesting place where DRX can just pick anything with range and it work out. This is obviously the most comfortable, has a lot of self-peel, and it will end up just being this.
Let's see what Kwangdong Freaks can be capable of with nothing to lose. But Live Sandbox is as good as Bro.
I don't even think half the time Bro is as good as Bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Gen G weren't as good as Bro.
They definitely were not. And Croco getting a small lead here early on.
And getting a lot of information as well, which is definitely fantastic. Spots that Bulldog is now shoved up just a little bit.
They know there's no jungle.
Yeah, Chain going to come through there as Bulldog going to get queued here by Croco. Not a lot of options with the distortion down, but wanting to get out of there as Dudu. The Dusante does need to be respected. Still takes a lot of damage.
Youngjae, you have no mid laner.
But still, you can see Fate taking the long way around. He's got a bit of a battle here.
Going in.
The bottom side as Padak going to get exhausted. That Blade Caller kind of fantastic as Rascal going to flash. Doesn't find the kill onto Dudu, though. Not enough damage. The Safeguard gets Croco out, finds a Q, ain't going to go in. And Youngjae going to win the battle for the Popcorn Chickens.
And even with Fate there, Fate was catching a wave in mid as, oh, Rascal, his ult. His ult means about to go down.
Dudu does not.
Youngjae, we are This might be a 4v4 for Scuttle here.
Yeah, there's a Q that's going to land straight onto Youngjae, so they get full information. This Scuttle going to be aggressive on the flash forward from Fate. The Tibbers is going to find the value, and the Viego is taken down immediately. Tibbers is burning everyone as Croco dives into the backline. No Dragon Rage kick available, and no Dragon Rage kick necessary, I guess, as Fate is going to take Robo Tibbers back to the river. They'll get themselves a bit of a shove. DRX strike first.
And the setup there, very nicely done. Beryl, as Paddock doesn't have his ult.
Yeah, and Taeyun is going to get the flash out of this Xayah. Not going to be able to get any solo kills, but once again, we like the aggression.
Doesn't feel that good.
It is not great, as there is a stun. The kickback does come through. Dudu not able to mitigate the CC, but the all-out comes down. The Heartbreaker comes in, and Dudu is going to lock down the kill. Now there's a slice in from Youngjae as he does Heartbreak over. And it is going to get a safeguard out of Croco. He doesn't have flash as Beryl was moving towards the top side alongside Andil. Looking for a stun opportunity. Rascal in a bit of trouble as he does just go into his Dominus. Dudu's just going to walk this one off. That is going to be another free ultimate to come through from Rascal as Beryl going to get stunned, but going to flash forward immediately afterwards. Youngjae is going to be the target as he tries to ult away. The Tibbers comes down onto the LeBlanc, and it's a fight on multiple fronts. It's going to be won by both teams. On each angle there as Taeyun is now ulted. Paddock now trying to fight off this Zeri whose burst fires aren't really connecting. He's going to try and skate his way out. Extendo Beam comes in, but he's the wrong side of the rift. And I have a feeling that Taeyun is really, really dead. Crashdown comes in. He does sidestep a few of the things here as Croco gets to work on the Wolves and gives the kill to Paddock.
Top sides.
Yeah, more battling here as the Dusante doing a whole bunch of work, but Rascal's Crocodile is pretty scary. And in goes Croco and just says goodbye. Yeah, you've got a great Kazante. I've got a foot into the back of your head. And Paddock's at 50% health. Could be a little bit dangerous, but does have both Summoner Spells and his Featherstorm available. There's a crash down from Beryl, the flash from Fate, and there goes Taeyun. He's just dead. Not a lot of options here as Shirley is going to lose interest in the whole fight but doesn't fully reset, and DRX, they know they're going to be able to win this one without the AD carry Kwangdong Freaks on the map. Beryl dancing towards Andil here. Is going to be found by the Dusante. Youngjae moves in as well. The Drake is going to be secured by the Lee Sin, and there is the interruption of the teleport. No LeBlanc going to be moving down towards that mid lane potential fight. That means Kwangdong Freaks just going to have to call this one off. If you're staring down the barrel of a mountain soul. So just don't let that happen. As we're going to hear from Croco here. As going to safeguard away. Number one went, so good to see that their spirits are up as Andil going to get engaged on here by Croco. The door, not really going to stop you, and that is going to be the Magnet Storm. Andil, oh, they just calculated it, I guess. And they're just going to let him walk over that wall. The burn is now looking towards his Baron Pit. Rascal does need to be a little careful as he gets put on a leash. Now he's going to Dominus, and the rest of them just pop out of the brush. Bulldog going to try and distort his way through as Paddock gets a really nice Blade Caller. Dudu in trouble. He's dashing forward though, goes all out, and the Blade Caller is going to be there. That's going to take him down. Bulldog still running away from Croco as there's the flash Q and he picks it up. Oh man, Croco, we missed you. Great to see you on the Lee Sin here as now they're looking for a Baron. Conqueror helping out as Andil going to get tagged by the Q. A big bear comes down. There's the Magnet Storm, and the Zeri is just going to explode, and that is going to mean massive damage to the base of Kwangdong Freaks. DRX, they're just pulling triggers and finding their marks, Chronicler.
And now mid lane turret is going to fall. And DRX, they might not have their faith in their own hands. They're relying on KT. And now they get spotted. Yeah, there's a question mark pings.
But now, like, who wins? We got a big teleport to come in from Rascal. Does he have a stopwatch? Does he need a stopwatch? I don't actually think so. He doesn't even lose any health as he wanders away, and the rest of DRX, they're here. We're on wrong sides of the map as this battle is being set up. They had the battle lines drawn. Let's see who's going to be able to take that first step as it's Croco. Oh! The sickest kick flash onto Taeyun, the Magnet Storm to follow up. And DRX are just having a great time now. Dudu, he's going to get wiped out by the feathers of Paddock. A teleport to try and get the LeBlanc back to base. But there are more teleports as Fate turns up to the mid lane, brings along Tibbers as well. And I think this game is done and dusted, and I think your vote has now been confirmed.
Oh yeah, don't worry, it's right there. I put it up.
Oh, Croco, that was sick.
It's been a tough year for the Croco fan club, Atlas. We didn't have the best
we
of
eating well
time,
tonight.
but we're eating well tonight. Finally, feast has been served as DRX. We're going to take the 2-0 here.
Yeah, Rascal gonna dive forward. Croco as well, he does get exhausted. He deserves that exhaust as well. He's been doing so much work this game. As Ondil, he'll be taken down. DRX just trying to celebrate with a few kills at the end. It's a triple for the Xayah, and the Nexus dies before he can get any more. DRX! And yeah, DRX a pretty comfortable 2-0 here, and thus, Kwangdong Freaks, there are no...
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the post-match interview translation. We are here joined by the full member on the side of DRX, including all the players that has performed in the summer season. So many players are up in the stage. Please give it up for the DRX players one more time. You're here joined by Rascal, Croco, Juhan, Fate, Yehu, Padok, and Bro. 7 players in total. Rascal, to kick off this interview, today was the most important match for DRX of summer season. With this win, you guys are able to keep your playoffs hope alive. How do you look back at the summer season? Well, at the end of round 1, we were able to improve a lot. So I think we were pretty confident about round 2, but in fact our round 2 was not as good as we expected. It was a big bummer that we were not able to play up to our potential, but as time went by, we were able to also show a lot of improvements, and we are now ending the season with a win, so it feels amazing. And as he wished, Keria beat Leap Sandbox together with the T1 players, and he did an interview after that match. Did you watch that? I didn't really watch it, but I got a message from Keria. He was like, give me the money now. Yeah, exactly like you said. He said he will be waiting for your gift. So, did you actually send him something? I did give him a gift. You know, I cannot really tell you what that was, but I did give him something. A bit of a present, I should say. Very curious to find out what that is. And today, now, if KT beats Leap Sandbox in the following series, DRX will make playoffs, and it lays on your on the shoulder of your former team. Anything you want to say to the KT players? I mean, everyone on the side of KT, they're very professional. I know they're very talented. They're really nice people. I know they're going to do their best. I believe in them. And I have such a great memory in KT, and I hope that memory continues. The KT will do their best, right? Well, I mean, we were not doing well this summer, you know? It is our responsibility. Now we cannot really decide our fate. So, you know, I don't think I can watch the KT series, you know? It's gonna be too intense. I don't think I can handle that. We'll be able to find out the result just after the second match of the day. And Croco, incredible performance, and Zach and Lee Sin, your performance absolutely deserved the double POG. How do you feel about today's series? So that was our last match of the season, and it feels amazing that I won a double POG. Well, I think we were able to give it our all. Now we are on the verge of making it into playoffs, but we have to pray for KT victory. So please, KT, I believe in you. That Zac in game number 1 was your first ever Zac in your entire career. Was that a secret weapon you prepared for this very decisive moment? Well, I'm not gonna lie here. I only played 1 game of Zac last night. And then today I came here, I told him I might want to play Zach, and during the pick and ban, our coaching staff were like, yeah, you have to, this is the moment where you have to play it, and we decided to give it a go. Kuroko, what can we expect from you from now on? So we cannot decide our own playoffs destiny, but if we can make playoffs, we will be also able to make it to the qualifiers, and I really wish to make it to Worlds this year. And Juhan, once again this year too, you were always there as a finishing pitcher of DRX. How do you look back on this season as a whole? Thanks to my great teammates, I had a blast this year. We still have hopes for the playoffs, so I will keep working hard. You and Kuroko share the jungle position on the side of DRX this season. And depending on the next series result, DRX might make playoffs. What is your last message before we go? I'm pretty sure KT will win, you know? I wish the best of luck for KT roster. And now let's hear from Fate. We witnessed your progress all over the course of the season. What is your biggest takeaway of the summer season? I think not only me, but also the entire DRX were able to grow so much and make a lot of improvements, but it kind of started off too late. So it's a big bummer that we were able to perform at a better level at the very later stage of the season. And Fate, another thing to celebrate today, you had your 300th LCK game. How do you feel about that? What does that mean to you? Well, I was not aware of that, but it feels nice, to find out I played 300 games already. Today was such a decisive day for DRX. What was the one final message from the coaching staff and the players before going on to the stage? On the way to Low Park or in the green room, we had so much discussion about the gameplay, and we were pretty confident that we will be able to grab the win. And we even, started talking about playoff scenarios and our strategies and plans. Now let's hear from Yehu. So you had your debut in the LCK this summer. What have you learned throughout this experience? So our coaching staff taught me so much about skirmishes or fights, and also how to get vision. And also I got a lot of coaching about my mid lane performance. Yehu, what is your goal as a professional player? I hope I can keep working hard in order to step up, and I want to be a player that everyone remembers. Now let's hear from POG. You also had your debut this season, and you were able to showcase a great performance as a rookie player. What was your goal as you made your debut in the LCK, and do you think you accomplished it? Well, this summer, to be honest, I left so much to be desired. I wanted to become one of the good AD carries in the LCK, but I don't think I accomplished that. But I promise next season I will become a stronger and better AD carry and perform better. Then any last message before we go to all the DRX fans or any fans that's looking forward to POG in the future of the LCK? I want to have all the strengths that an AD carry player can have. I want to become a perfect AD carry player. We'll be looking forward to seeing you reaching that perfection of a bot laner. And Beryl, DRX managed to get a better result and outcome compared to the spring season. Do you also feel the same way? Well, before summer season started, we were pretty confident that our teamwork has become a lot better. Now we have to wait until we have the final result of the second series. What is your upcoming goal and resolution? Just like Kuroko mentioned, you know, we cannot really decide our own fate, but you know, if KT wins, you know, we will make playoffs, but if not, you know, we have to work for next year. Now lastly, Rascal. We have so many DRX fans out here at Lowell Park, and one of the fans even were doing her homework and assignment at Lowell Park, still watching and supporting DRX. So before we go, is there anything you want to say all the DRX fans out there as a captain of the team? Thank you for supporting DRX with your hearts out. I really appreciate it. And as a professional player, the biggest motivation is, you know, being able to perform longer as a professional player. For example, last year we got eliminated early and I had such a hard time, you know. It was a rough off season for me, but this year I promise we will make sure to play more games, play more matches, and showcase a lot of better performance of DRX, and I sincerely appreciate the support from the DRX fans. I thank you so much. Once again, thank you so much for this interview and congratulations on the win. That was DRX. 7 members of DRX with their post-season interview. Now let's hear from the Kwangdong Freaks players. We will be joined by Kwangdong players shortly after the DRX players leave the stage.
자, 이번에는 이번 서머
Now,
끝까지 최선을 다해준
we will be joined by the Kwangdong Freaks
선수분들과
players
이야기를 나눠보도록
who
하겠습니다.
played their
두두,
hearts
영재,
out throughout
불독,
this summer
태윤,
season.
안딜, 준
Please
선수
welcome Dudu,
모셨습니다.
Youngjae, Budok,
안녕하세요.
Taeyun, Andil, and Jun. Thank you so much
네,
for
이번 서머
joining
시즌
us.
정말 고생 많이 하신 선수분들입니다. 먼저
You guys
두두
fought
선수,
so hard
이번
throughout the summer.
여름 어떠셨는지
Dudu,
소감
how was the summer
부탁드리겠습니다.
season? How do you look back at it?
좀 스타트가 좋았다고
We started off pretty well, you know.
시즌
We had a very strong
모습
start.
보여드릴 수 있을
I
것
was
같다
pretty
생각했는데
excited to, you know,
근데 좀
showcase
저희가 갈수록
what we got,
부진하는 모습
but
보여서 좀 많이
we actually entered a bit of a slump in the end, so I'm a little bit
네,
embarrassed about what we displayed in the end.
두두 선수 이번 서머에 폼이 정말 한층 더
But Dudu,
스텝업된 모습을
Everyone
보여주셨습니다.
kind of witnessed
이번 서머에서
Dudu
혹시
making a
가장
big
기억에 남는
progress
경기가
this summer.
있을까요?
What match or what game do you
그래도
remember the most?
첫 경기가 가장 저는 올해
I think the
들어서
first
임팩트가
match, you know, I think we were
컸다고
able to leave a
생각해서
huge
그때도
impact
DRX였긴
this year.
했지만
That was up against
그래도
DRX too, you
네,
know.
그때 이겼을 때가 가장 기분 좋았던
And that matchup against
네,
DRX
이렇게
in
말씀을
the first round robin
그러면 또 이번
stands
시즌에
out the
함께
most.
함께 고생해준 팀원들께 한 말씀 해주시면
Do you want to say
어떤
something
얘기
to all the
해주실까요?
Kwangdong Freaks players
그래도
who
이렇게
fought so hard
끝까지
together as a team?
저희 나름대로
We never gave up, you know. We all fought so hard for the playoffs. We always kept our hopes alive. So I really appreciate all the hard work from my
최선을 다해준
teammates.
선수분들께 저도 감사의 표시를 드리겠습니다. 이어서 영재 선수,
Now, 영재.
라이너분들의 든든한 버팀목이 돼주셨는데요.
You
이번
are the
서머
reliable
플레이는
jungler for
어떠셨나요?
the Kwangdong Freaks laners. How do you look back at the summer season? Well, I feel so sorry for my teammates, and
네, 역시
I'm
아쉬움이 많이
not really
남는다고
happy with my
말씀을 해주셨는데
performance.
그래도 팬분들의 응원하는 마음은 변치 않았습니다. 어떤
But still,
상황에서도
Kwangdong
항상
Freaks
당신의
fans
응원을
supported
보내주신
you
팬분들께
guys
한 말씀
throughout the
해주시죠.
season. Any message over to them?
팬분들께.
아
네.
팬분들한테요. 아 이렇게 항상
Thank
응원해
you
주시는데
so much for coming every single time. But I think we played under your expectations,
다음에
you
기회가
know.
있다면 더
I feel
잘해서
really
좋은
sorry
모습
about that.
보여드리도록
And if I get a
하겠습니다.
chance next time,
감사합니다.
I promise I will
네, 팬분들의 박수가
perform better.
고맙습니다. 다음번에는 더 멋진 모습을 기대해 보도록 하겠습니다. 이어서 불독 선수
Now, Bulldog.
네, 응원을 크게 보내주고 계신데요. 불독 선수 이야기 들어보도록 하겠습니다. 정규 시즌
You just had your
마지막
last
경기 오늘로
match of the
마치셨는데
regular
소감 들어보고
season.
싶습니다.
How do you feel?
그냥
Well, I just
팬분들이나 형들한테 다
feel so
미안하다는
sorry
마음밖에
to
안
all my
들고
fans and to all my teammates, you know. That's all I
그냥
feel.
아쉽다는 생각밖에 안 들으네요.
It's a big bummer and that's
이번
all
여름은 이렇게
that
좀
is on my
아쉽게
mind right
마무리를
now.
하게 됐지만요. 앞으로도 성장할 날이 정말 많은
But
불독
still,
선수일 것
Bulldog, you
같은데요.
just
앞으로
started
좀
your
이런 점들을 개선하고
professional
싶다,
career
다듬어
and
나가고
you
싶다
have a
하는
very
점이
promising
있을까요?
future. What do you want to work on the most?
룰은
Well,
라인전부터 다시
League
시작된다고 생각하거든요.
starts
그래서
from the laning phase, you know.
부족한
It all
라인전
comes
다
down to the laning
채워오고
phase, all the
다시
fundamentals. So
보완할 점 다시
I really wish I
찾아보겠습니다.
can work on those
네,
basic
라인전부터
fundamentals, you know,
탄탄한
laning
경기력을
phase and
탑재하고
stuff like
돌아올
that, and I will
불독
come back
선수를
stronger.
기다려보도록 하겠습니다. 이어서 태윤 선수 이야기 나눠보겠습니다.
Now let's hear
이번
from
서머
Taeyun.
정규 시즌을 치르면서 어떤 점들을 배우셨는지
What is your
궁금합니다.
biggest takeaway from the summer season?
질문을 듣고 많이 생각했는데
Well, I actually
배운 게
gave a
너무
lot of thought about
많아서
that question,
대답하기
but I learned so
힘들었던 것
much.
같은데,
So it's really hard to go through all of the
제가
stuff that I
생각보다
learned this summer,
못할 수도 있다는 것도 알았고
and I kind of learned that I can be worse than I expected,
쉽지
you know,
않다는 걸
and life
배웠습니다.
is really hard.
네,
예.
아쉬운 마음이 많이 남으시는 것 같은데요. 이런 배운 점들을 밑거름 삼아서 역시나도
It is
앞으로
really
계속해서
heartbreaking
더
to,
많은
you know,
발전을
have a
이룩해
very
나갈
rough
태윤
run
선수일
at
것
the
같은데
end of the
앞으로의
season,
목표를
but a lot of people are
들어보도록
looking
하겠습니다.
forward to seeing you in
목표는
the upcoming years as well. What is your goal as a
영재랑
professional
비슷한 것
player?
같은데 기회가 된다면
Just like
아니면
Young just said, if I can get a
그냥
chance,
이름을
well,
들었을 때
I just want to
다들
become a
아시는
player that
원딜이
everyone
되고
can
싶습니다.
recognize by just hearing my
네.
in-game name, you know?
네, 알겠습니다. 각오대로 앞으로 정말 더 인지도 높고 유명한 태윤
And
선수
we all
되기를
wish the best
응원하도록
of luck
하겠습니다.
in the future,
이어서
Taeyun.
안딜 선수 이제 서머 도중에 투입이 되셨는데요.
And Andil,
LCK 무대 밟아보니까
You joined the
어떤
Kwangdong
마음이
Freak
드셨는지
roster
궁금합니다.
midsummer season. How was your
일단 처음에는
experience
진짜
as a rookie player?
긴장도 많이 하고
At first, I was
재미도
really
있고
nervous. I got really anxious, you
상대들이
know,
다
and I had a lot of
아,
fun.
너무 잘하는 선수들이랑
And also, my opponents were really strong, you know, as you can
힘들게
tell.
하고
And it was really
일단
difficult to
재밌게
me,
잘
but at the
했습니다.
same time, I had a lot of
재밌는
fun
시즌
and I
보냈다고
enjoyed the time in the
하셨는데요. 그것도
LCK.
발판으로 앞으로 계속해서 성장해 나가실
Then
텐데
Andil,
그럼
as a
안딜
rookie
선수는
player,
또
what
앞으로
kind of
어떤
support do you want to
서포터가
become?
되시고 싶은지도 들어보도록 하겠습니다.
일단은 라인전부터
I have to go back to, you know, square one. I have to work on my laning phase and also macro play. So I just want to have a very solid fundamentals as a professional player. Now lastly, June. How do you look back at the summer season?
네.
Looking back at the summer season, I realized, you know, I really feel grateful for my teammates and my coaching staff.
그렇게 생각합니다.
Yeah.
네, 같이 플레이를 잘 들리고 있습니다. 네, 팀원들과 또 감독님, 코치님들께 감사한 마음이 든다고 해주셨는데 팬분들께는 어떠신가요?
Then,
팬분들께도 한
what about
말씀
the fans? Is there
부탁드리겠습니다.
anything you want to say to the Kwangdong fans?
이번 여름 진짜 되게 더운 걸로 알고 있는데
I heard
항상
this
찾아와
summer
주시고
in Korea it's really hot, but you guys always manage to come to Lowell Park and support us. So I really appreciate the support and I thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough.
팬분들의 치어풀처럼 정말 기죽지 말고 앞으로 더 나아가는
And
모습을
we wish the best of luck for the Kwangdong Freaks players. And once again, thank you so much for joining us for this interview to wrap up the summer season. Now this is the end of the team interview from Kwangdong Freaks, and I'm gonna pass it back to the space. Thank you.